games will be explosive.
Okay, now a good old Marine Corps standard, which I was a Marine, so push-up. Everybody should be able to perform a push-up. It's the standard for strength training. Okay? So what you're going to do is assume a position. Now the key, you don't need to hold my ankles down, Mitchell. What I'm going to do is have you provide resistance on my back by pushing down on my back. So if you master the push-up, and you can do a ton, you can have your partner provide resistance. But before we do that, Mitchell, I want to show the proper form. So the proper form would be hands about shoulder width apart, directly below your shoulder, okay? So just like this. And then I'm coming straight down and straight back up. Now obviously there are variations to this. You could go wider, you could go more narrow. So the more narrow you come, the more triceps you're gonna get, the wider you come, it's just gonna cause the nerves to fire in a different sequence. So I'm gonna do a standard push-up. My body, see how perfectly straight my body is. My butt's not coming up first. I'm not sagging down like this. I'm perfectly straight, nose touches the ground, and then back up. So now I'm gonna have my partner assist me. So just come around the side over here on this side, Mitchell, so they can still see, and then just push down on my back. Perfect. Not so much. There you go, nice. Push down as I'm coming down, push down. There you go, and up, push down. And up, push down. And up, push down. There you go, and up. Yeah, good. So you can make it harder or easier. So the key would be when you're strongest, get the most resistance. And as you get weaker, get less and less resistance till you're getting none whatsoever. And then you can come up and finish it out and go to exhaustion. I don't like to say failure, but exhaustion. Okay, now to the second chest exercise. You will need, a training device. I have some medicine balls. I use my training partner here. As you can see, I have Mitch elevated up on one of our step boxes that we use here in the training lab. And what Mitchell's going to do is drop this medicine ball down to me, and I'm going to propel it, push it back up to him. Now he's going to wait till I say I'm ready, because I don't want it to drop on my face. I'm not ready. So I'm assuming the position. I have my feet up, so I have a nice base, and then I'm going to extend my arms fully. Go. He drops it, and I push it up, and he catches it. And then I'm pushing with both evenly. So I'm catching, lowering, and pushing. You could do this by yourself potentially, but I like to do it with a partner because he can get it up higher, he can drop it harder, push it down harder, throw it harder, and there you go, harder. Now he's providing even more resistance for me. That's the way I like it right there, like that. Yeah, see, different, it's changing, and I gotta be aware and be ready. So safety is key here. You don't want to get hit in the face or anywhere else in the body. And then that's it. That's a great way. So you have two different movements that we were doing. We have closed and open chain exercise. One being a push-up, where I'm pushing my body away, and then this one being where I'm pushing something away from my body. So those are two really good ways to exercise your chest. Okay, now we move on to shoulders. We hit legs, we hit back, we hit chest. Now we go on to shoulders. Everyone wants nice, shapely shoulders, whether you're a man, whether you're a woman, it doesn't matter. Another device you're going to want to have in the home, very inexpensive. You can get them in any big box store, anywhere around Target. You can probably get them right here on this website very easily. You can see I have different colored ones. I'm certainly not going to use the pink, so that one's out of here, which is probably meant to be the easiest. No offense to any women, because I know there are very strong women out there. You have the white, and then you have the gray. So by feeling these, the gray is the hardest resistance. Now what I'm going to do is take these, get the handles proper, and then step on it with one foot, and I'm going to do a lateral raise, okay? So what I want to do is lead up with my elbow. I want my elbow to be at least as high as my hand. I could come straight out to the side, okay, but this, I chose a really heavy one. This is hard, so I probably should have got the gray one, or maybe even the pink. And then you raise up to parallel to the ground. Okay, you don't want to chicken wing it. You don't want it up like this. You want to come up nice and where you're parallel to the ground, just like that. You can see I want to come down like this, but you want to keep your elbows up. That gets the medial head of the delt. That's what you want, the meat on the medial head of the delt. So again, we're going to do 8 to 12. Now, if this is too hard, if you just have one, what you can do is do one at a time and get more tubing on the side and then just raise it out to the side. So I'm getting the medial head of the delt right here. And then you just adjust it accordingly to where you find that's perfect for me right there. You want full range of motion. And then you obviously would just go to the opposite side and do that, 8 to 12 on both sides. Now in this circuit, you can go through one full circuit, and then when you get more and more comfortable with it and you get stronger, you can do the circuit 2 times, 3 times. But I want you to go through the whole circuit and then repeat it and keep moving between them, okay? On to the next shoulder. Okay, now we're going to move on to a really neglected body part, is the rear delt. I'm not doing any front delt exercises because we did 2 chest exercises pushing, which gets the front delt of the shoulder anyway. You have 3 distinct parts of your shoulder. You have the front delt, the medial delt, and the rear delt. So we're going to move on to the rear delt, which is an exercise, it's a body part actually that a lot of people don't get. I got the lighter tubing, I got the white, and then what you do is you simply assume a position where your knees are slightly bent, your back is flat, your butt is out, and then you just raise up. So I can cross these in front of me. There you go, just like that, and raise up. Keeping the elbows, lead with the elbows and come up. I don't want you to extend out like this because then you're getting tricep. So again, if it's too light, or you don't have enough resistance, you simply make your feet wider, and that'll shorten the tubing and make it harder to pull up. Now I have these that have this protective coating on the outside in case these tubing snaps. I'm not going to get hit with it. So this is a really good one that you could get that have this protective coating on the outside. And you'll notice when I was doing these, that was stretching out to the point where I was stopping. So you need to adjust and figure out what works exactly for you. But the key again is to come up and work that rear. You can see the rear head of the delt back here. You can see the 3 different if you zoom in on it. 1, 2, and 3. So this is the one we're working back here. You could use weights, you could use cans of soup, you could use anything that provides resistance in your home. So again, what Mitchell's going to do is provide resistance for me. If you don't want to use a training partner, you can use weights doing this, but I really like having a training partner with this because I can increase or decrease the intensity just by talking to him. So I'm going to grab both hands on here. I can do them single-handed, I can do them double-handed. I'm going to go double, and then he's going to provide resistance all the way from down here, all the way to the top. Ready? Go. And pull down. I want more resistance on the way down. Okay, more resistance on the way down, fighting on the way down. There we go. More, more. Come on. Come on, boy. That's all you got? That's all you got, kid? Come on. Here we go. Yeah, nice. Nice. Come on. Here we go. Again, we're doing 8 to 12. It's going to take a minute. I mean, we just now did this for the first time. It's going to take a minute for you and your partner to get in tune to find that perfect resistance. But I promise you, when you do, there is no machine in the world that can match the intensity that you can create between an in-tune relationship with you and your partner. Second tricep exercise is a push-up, but we're going to do a diamond push-up. So I want your hands just like this right here, okay? And you're going to place them on the ground just like that. If you're not strong enough to do them this way, you can slowly come out till you find a position that's comfortable for you. And once you do, that's where I want you to stay. As you get stronger, I want you to bring them in closer. So what I'm going to do is assume the push-up position, and then I'm going to come straight down and then back up. And you can see it's working my triceps. Now another thing you can do is you can bring your palms in a little bit closer and then bring your triceps, your elbows straight back behind you and push up like this. This is a little bit more advanced and a little bit harder. I personally like it this way. Body's still perfectly straight. And one thing you want to think about anytime you're in that push-up position is drawing your belly button in towards your spine. That activates the transverse abdominis muscle, which is like a girdle inside, and keeps your belly nice and tight. That's the core that everybody's talking about. So suck your belly button in towards your spine. That keeps your body nice and straight. Great tricep exercise.